These are the top 3 ways to never pay an annual fee ever again. Listen, annual fees suck, but at the end of the day, these cards make a difference in your life. And yes, these are all annual fees. Each one of these have an annual fee. So how do I handle it as a person with a lot of credit? Because I need those credit cards to help me stack points. So I'm gonna tell you all the do's and the don'ts and the top 3 ways so you don't have to continue paying an annual fee. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike the Credit Guy, the biggest. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time we drop new content, you're gonna hear about it first. We talk about everything credit here. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, that little like button. That way this video goes out to way more people, okay? In case you didn't know, I am the owner and founder of Limitless Culture. We created the most advanced DIY program in the industry. At $55.99 a month, our system will create custom Metro 2 attack letters, attacking any negative items on your credit reports and all your personal information that's not accurate. Imagine that. Our system will create your letters, email them to you, you print them, you mail them out, certified mail, and you're done. It's just that simple. You don't have to join any Facebook groups, you know, those archaic things. You don't have to read any modules. You don't have to do any master courses. We cut all that nonsense out. Our system will create those custom letters, email them to you, you print them, you mail them out certified mail, and you're done. Link is always going to be in the description for our DIY program, the most advanced in the industry. Annual fees can all wind up racking up thousands of dollars over a lifetime. So we need to talk about all the do's and the don'ts. So the one main important rule is to remember, the moment you get a credit card that has an annual fee, use your telephone and set a reminder 5 days before it is set to renew. Do not attempt to try to get them to pull back an annual fee that has already been applied. It just won't work. They don't care. They've already got the money. You're on the hook. You got the bag. They're like, nah, sorry. There's really nothing we can do. And it's actually true, because once it closes and it hits your statement, it's a wrap. They don't want to have to reverse it unless there's something crazy that happens. So this is going to apply for all annual fee credit cards, okay? So remember, set a reminder 5 days before your annual fee is set to hit. And now it's gonna be game on. Number 3 is gonna have special requirements. Now you must be active military. First and foremost, let's say thank you to all of our active military out there, keeping us safe, allowing us to breathe this free air, because ain't nothing free. Someone's sacrificing it for us every day. So thank you to all of our active duty out there, okay? Now remember, this applies to American Express. Not sure about all other banks, but it never hurts to ask. You can leverage American Express. Say, listen, I've been a card holder with American Express for a really long time, and because I am active duty, they waived my annual fee. Is it possible that you guys can do that? You know, because I like you, but I don't really use the card that much, just because you guys don't really favor me doing what I do for the military. Use it. You deserve it. You worked hard for it, right? So remember, American Express, no annual fees. They are waived. You need to call them or go into the chat system inside the American Express app and let them know you are in fact active military. That will instantaneously get rid of that annual fee. But remember, don't try to do it once the annual fee is cleared. Well, they might actually credit you. They might hit you with that credit. I've never tried that before, so drop it in the comments if any of you active military have actually done that once the annual fee is hit. They should, but you never know. Coming in hot at number 2 is the Financial Relief Assistance Program. Nobody talks about this on social media. They don't talk about every credit card company has a financial assistance relief program. Now, some credit cards, specifically like Community Bank and Synchrony Bank, they'll try to sell you an ancillary monthly fee of like, you know, it's like $3 or $1.50 or $2.50 per month, to make sure that if you go through a financial hardship, then you can submit an application, you lose your job, they make you submit the paperwork saying you were laid off, and then they will actually waive your entire balance. It just goes poof away. It's an insurance program that every single one of these credit card company has. So with American Express specifically, if you ask for the financial relief program, it's going to help you with the interest rates and getting rid of that annual fee. And you can also potentially lower your monthly payments. So 3 things can happen. You're going to get your annual fee waived, you're going to get your interest rate lowered, and you're going to also potentially get your lower monthly payment lowered, okay? So that is huge. So ask about the financial assistance program. It's either called the Financial Assistance Relief Program or Financial Relief Program, okay? A lot of credit card companies have this. I don't want to say specifically the names because I don't want to put everybody on blast, but it never hurts to ask. I know for a fact because I went through financial hardship in my life and all of my credit cards were on time, and I actually paid for that extra fee to have the financial protection on these specific credit cards. And when I lost my job, I just submitted the actual letter from my employer saying I was laid off, and they wiped away this debt. No lie, okay? And those cards are still active. They never turned the cards off. But if you go through a financial hardship and you don't communicate with the card company, the bank, if you're not communicating with them, they can't help you. They don't want you to default at the end of the day. Remember that, okay? Communicate with your bank before you start to get late payments. Once you start to get late payments and you've gotten late payments, it's not going to be possible to convince them to say, we're gonna go ahead and start waiving the fees. No, do it before it happens, and then you can stop all of this craziness that can happen and maybe potentially stop the card from charging off. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time I go live or I drop new content, you're gonna hear about it first. If there's anything specific you want me to talk about, drop it in the comment section. Drop some emojis in there so we can get this video going. Don't be afraid to ask a question. That's what we're here for, okay? And if you haven't already, hit that bell notification. That way you find out every time I go live, you're gonna hear about it first. You never know when I'm gonna pop up live. If you're looking to work on your credit, we did in fact create the most advanced DIY program in the industry. For $55.99 a month, our system will create custom Metro to attack letters, attacking any negative item on your credit report that is hurting you, and attack any personal information that is not accurate, okay? We're gonna create those custom letters. Our system's gonna email them to you, you print them out, send them out certified mail, and you're done. You don't have to read any modules or do any master classes or join any archaic Facebook groups. We cut all that nonsense out. Our system is just that simple. We simplified the process. Link is in the description for that. And if you need full service, we do offer full service credit management. We have a Metro to Attack program, and we do offer a full service pre-litigation program that is designed to get you a free legal review by some attorneys. Imagine that. And also we do offer a full service identity theft program for people that have real identity theft issues. Links are always going to be in the description for those, okay? And anyone that joins the DIY program gets exclusive access into my custom app that is available for Android and Apple in those stores, okay? The custom app is designed to create a custom community. We're not censored, none of that nonsense. We can say and do as we please in there, so we can help even more, okay? So it's gonna have some of my biggest videos, and we're gonna keep adding more to that library. Link is going to be in the description, and always remember, last part's the most important. All right, coming in hot at number 1 is called a retention offer, okay? With any credit card, they can potentially have a retention offer for you. But before you do that, you want to make sure that you're not carrying a balance and you have a good streak with the actual credit card company. Nobody talks about this either. They'll talk about retention offers all the time, but you need to be in good standing. You can't ask them for a retention offer if 1, you're not really using the credit card, okay? So why are they gonna give you a retention offer? 2, you've got a bunch of late payments. And 3, you're actually carrying a massive balance, okay? So remember, be wary before you even attempt to ask for a retention offer, because you need to meet the criteria. The retention offer is not going to be available to everyone, but it can potentially be there. But again, do not try to do this if you haven't cleared out your balance, you don't have a good standing of, positive payments, and you're not paying attention, okay? You're not paying attention to your relationship. Your relationship matters with every single one of these credit card companies. So moving forward, you know what to do. Now, how do you ask for the retention offer? There's 2 very simple ways. Now again, remember, do this before your actual annual fee has hit the statement, okay? With American Express specifically, but the majority of all credit card companies have a chat system inside of their app. So rule number one, you can try with the actual chat system. Just send them a simple chat and say, hey, I'm wondering if there's a retention offer. I'm actually considering closing this credit card because the annual fee is just a little expensive for me. But if there's a retention offer, I might consider keeping the card open, okay? Listen, don't think that this credit card company is not gonna call your bluff, because they will, okay? Because they may not have a retention offer available to you if you're not using your credit card properly. It's all about the value that they see in your relationship. Nobody talks about that either, okay? But again, ask in the chat system, is there a potential retention offer available for me, because this annual fee is just a little too much for me, and I'll consider keeping it if there's a decent retention offer. And they will immediately respond to you in the chat system. Now, a retention offer can turn into an actual free statement credit or a cash bonus. That's right, I said a cash bonus and a free statement credit. Or it can also turn into an actual discount to your annual fee. So they may not waive the whole thing, but they'll give it to you at a discounted rate. For someone like myself that has a lot of annual fees, they've actually done this for me multiple times. I've used it. I went into the chat with American Express specifically, and they're like, yeah, sure, we got a retention offer. We're gonna knock off, $400 of the $695 annual fee. I was like, shoot, I'll take that. That's cool with me. Some of them, they've gone all the way up to $500. But another one that they will offer you, they may potentially say, all right, if you keep the card and you spend $4,000 in the next 6 months, we're gonna give you 30,000 points. They may give you a big, what we call, I don't wanna say welcome offer, but it's kind of similar to a welcome offer when you open up a credit card. They may potentially offer you something like that. So don't fret, just ask and be patient and be super kind. I like to do it over the phone because I make small talk with people and say, hey, how are you doing today? I'm like the nicest person on the phone when I talk to Amex because they're actually super nice to me. So it brings the best out of me, okay? So when you do that, make sure that you look at those different 3 options and have a mindset of what you may potentially ask for. Because again, if you don't ask, you're not going to know. Now, the worst thing that can happen possibly in this situation, they'll say to you, well, since it's too expensive, how about we downgrade the card for you from, let's say, as an example, the platinum card. Instead of having the platinum card, why don't we give you the gold card, and we'll actually give you a welcome offer of 60,000 points if you spend $6,000 in 4 months. Or whatever it may be. I'm just giving you hypothetical numbers here, okay? But that's generally how it can turn into a bad situation. Then they're like, well, let's just give you the gold card instead, bro. Okay, we ain't got nothing for you. This is the most I can do. So you can take that offer because you're still gonna get the welcome offer points if you spend a certain amount in a certain period, if you can actually do that. And they won't charge you the annual fee for that new credit card that they're trying to offer you, because at the end of the day, they want to get the spend on that actual credit card. So I hope you enjoyed this video on how to avoid paying those annual fees that tend to rack up over time, okay? Now, if you have anything specific you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments section, because it's all about you, our subscribers. We cannot do it without you. So I want to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you enjoyed this, and make sure that you watch the next 2 videos that are recommended by YouTube. And do not forget, subscribe to increase your credit score.